Hey, what's cooking, Jay?
Welcome back to Günther's Kitchen. Today we make a strudel not everyone knows. Everyone knows apple strudel, but in Austria we love our Topfen Strudel. So please check it out and I hope you like it. We serve it with custard. Absolutely delicious. A little thing for our channel. Please subscribe and follow us. Share it with your friends. Like and keep the bell on. And I hope you like what we are doing. I'll see you soon. We've already made the strudel dough. The recipe is on our YouTube channel. So check it out. Very easy to make and you can make it in advance. Now what we do is with the filling, we use our butter, which is soft butter. We put it in. As always, measurements are in the descriptions. And we add our icing sugar, a splash of vanilla, like about 2 grams, and the zest of 1 lemon. So this now goes into the machine and we let it run until it's nice and creamy. In the meantime, we're gonna separate some eggs. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to incorporate and we just let it run until it gets nice and creamy. Okay, so now we have added our egg yolks. Now we have to add our soaked bread. I've got here 2 slices of white bread soaked in milk. We add them to our butter, sugar, egg yolk mix. Just try not to have too much milk in it, but this is all absorbed, all the milk has been absorbed and we're just adding it to it. Now we just let it run. And then we're adding our quark. Now the quark sometimes is difficult to get, so you could use ricotta cheese and blend it up, or you could use cottage cheese. If you can get creamed cottage cheese, that would be the perfect. But the quark, I get it from my European supermarket. So we add the quark. As you can see, it's nice, smooth, and it's not the low fat. Don't get the low fat one. Get the normal one. So we put that in, and I put my flour in. It's only a tiny bit of flour to stabilize the whole thing a bit. And then we just let it run. Okay, so now we're gonna take this out. Take our mix out, which has beautiful consistency. Okay, so this bowl needs to be really clean before we whip up our egg whites, because if there's any fat in there, the egg whites will not whip up. Okay, our bowl is spotless. So now what we do is we just put the egg whites in there and I put it into the machine, but I will not turn it on yet. I'm only going to turn it on when my dough is already rolled out. And then we fold it together and quickly we put it in. So the dough or the filling with the egg white doesn't collapse while I'm rolling out my strudel dough. So we just put it there, the sugar next to it, and now we are rolling out. We're making 2 small strudels, just 2, this length, one with sultanas, one without sultanas. So I cut my dough in half. Half of it can go back into our bowl, and the other half we use now. Now we use flour and we roll it out. It's always easier to roll out first, and then we can start pulling it. Always use the back of your hand, and if the strudel dough is nice, it will pull nicely. Okay, and that will do. Okay, now let's finish off our filling. Egg white is in. Let's start it. Put it on high, and then when it starts half whipped, we start adding our sugar. A little bit, let it whip again, and then we add the rest of the sugar. I also marinated some sultanas in rum. As you probably know, Austrians love their rum in the dessert. So that's what we put into one of the strudels. Okay, so now the rest of the sugar. And I might roll that strudel onto some greaseproof paper or parchment paper, as they call it in the States. And then we place it onto our tray. The support, the strudel, the Topfen Strudel, is quite soft, so it likes to have side support. So if we put one paper on, then we take another paper, put the other paper next to it. And we put a pinch of salt into our egg whites. Even if it's a sweet, it always needs a little bit of salt. Okay, and the egg white is done. Egg white is still nice and shiny. That's what you want. Don't over whip your egg whites. Now we take our mix and we're adding egg whites into it and we're folding it in. First we put a little bit in and we can just go freely mixing it. And then we can fold the rest into it. It's a very nice mix. And the lemon makes the difference. I know some people have put some semolina into it, but I don't really find it necessary. But if you wish, you can put a couple of tablespoons of semolina into it to make it more stable. Take our palette knife again. Make sure this is nice and rectangle. We put about a finger's thickness on, not more. And we use about half of it. Use the palette knife and spread it out. Don't need to spread it so far because the tray is not so wide. Otherwise we're going to have problems getting it onto the tray. Okay, so now let's roll it up. The first one is always the tricky one, and then we just roll it. You just roll it up. Try to keep it firm and roll it up like that. Make sure the ends are folded in. And here, make sure it's folding. Let's see how wide the thing is. Probably a bit too wide. That's the tricky part. Try not to get too wide, because if you get too wide, you can't fit it onto the tray. Okay? So now we use some greaseproof paper in that length, like that. And we're just rolling it on to our greaseproof paper. Like that. And this is the easiest way to handle it. And it goes onto our tray. Here we go. And what we do, we're going to brush it with butter. And it goes into the oven by 170 degrees. Okay, so the timer has gone off, so now let's take the first one out. Whoa. Here we go. Look, this one held the shape really nicely. And they look delicious. Okay, so now let's cut it and see what it's like. I've got some nice custard, vanilla custard there. Let's have this in the middle. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Here we go. Nice and fluffy. I might just try a little bit from the edge without the custard. Yeah, it makes a huge difference, the rum raisins. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you liked that video on the Austrian strudel, and I see you soon at Gunther's Kitchen. Bye for now.